In a far corner of northwestern China, a car drives along a wall lined with barbed wire, heading towards what looks like a standard apartment complex. Access here is restricted, and the camera person is filming secretly. Because this is no ordinary residence. It's part of a contentious labor resettlement program run by the Chinese government to extend state control over Muslim minorities, mostly Uyghurs, by moving them from one part of China to work in another. This covert, low-quality footage that we've adjusted to reveal some details and obscure others gives us some rare insights into how people in this program live and are indoctrinated. Over the last few years, the mass incarceration of more than 1 million Uyghurs and Kazakhs by the Chinese government has led to international outrage. These labor programs are part of that larger story. Let's take a closer look at the compound we showed you at the beginning. It's in Xinjiang, in the northern city of Quaitun, where the population is mostly China's Han ethnic majority. But the workers in the compound are Uyghurs and other minorities, transferred there from their homes in Hotan and Kashgar, hundreds of miles away. At the Quaitun complex, there are multiple dormitories. We see that right around the time the transfer started in 2017, a security checkpoint and another building, a cafeteria, were built at the site. The camera person is now shooting inside of the cafeteria. We can see the compound's residents. They all work as street cleaners. A sign describing the program calls them Kashgar and Hotan surplus labor. It also lists instructions for how they should conduct themselves, and another poster offers guidelines on how to interact with the local population. This program, and others like it, have led to the relocation of hundreds of thousands of Uyghurs away from their homes and families. But government propaganda openly promotes these as poverty alleviation initiatives.
促进喀什和田地区城乡妇孺劳动力转移就业，增加城乡妇孺劳动力收入，体现了党中央、习近平总书记和自治区党委政府对喀什和田地区各族群众的关心关怀。
What's at stake here is about more than just putting people into labor programs. The bigger goal is to turn Uyghurs and other ethnic minorities away from their own heritage to be more in line with the rest of communist China. Back at the compound, the rules strictly limit when and where the workers can go. We hear about this as the camera person meets residents in the sleeping quarters.
那你像你们这个晚上，比如说你不在食堂吃饭，你可以出去吃饭吗？中午，中午吃可以。不是，我说你来了1年了，你回去过没有？看过孩子没有？孩子没有。
This man was pressured to come here a year earlier, leaving his family, a wife and young child, behind. His life here includes mandatory Mandarin classes in the evenings. And despite the government's claim that they are lifting these workers out of poverty, he says he's only making 1/3 of what he did back home.
你这个每个月发多少钱呢？2000。像你没来之前，你在家里面收入多少钱啊？去年的200一天。
Yarkand County is the home he left behind. For Uyghurs in towns like these, the future is becoming increasingly uncertain. Because the decision whether to stay or go is often no longer in their hands.